Hello, this is Denise with Ladybug Stampin', and welcome to an official live video class. I'm having a little bit of difficulty here, so bear with me, please. Okay, this is what I'm trying to figure out, how it looks to you guys. So while I'm waiting for a couple people, we'll just straighten this up a little bit and get ready. I'm trying to see, I have a little bit of a lag time. Yeah, there we go. And it looks a little bit dark. Hello and welcome. Welcome. Let me know who's on here. So I cannot see. Hey, Sally. Hey, Sally. I'm just trying to figure out my stand. Make sure I've got everything. It looks like it's a little bit uneven. How are you? I'm just trying to, there we go. I think that's perfect right there. Maybe just a hair. Hello, Samantha. Welcome. I'm trying to give a little bit of chance for people to come in. I'm trying to get my phone set up because it looks like I'm a little bit crooked and I don't want to change my paper. Are you guys ready for a class? You love the new stand? Oh, thank you. There we go. I think that's great. Okay, that's good. Okay. Well, and I'm having to stand up because my desk is my new desk is a little bit higher than what I'm used to, and my chair doesn't rise up, so I have to get a new chair. So we are going to be standing up while I do this video. I'm just going to move you guys just a little bit. Okay, I'm just going to wait a few minutes, or not minutes, but I'll wait a few seconds to see if anybody comes in. And I'm going to transfer this to YouTube in case anybody wants for the measurements and stuff, and onto my blog. And I'm going to have to trim it at the beginning. So I'm going to try to start. And it doesn't really show me how many live people are on here. It says 1, but I see there's 2. So, but we are going to make a, what's it called? A split panel card. So that's what we're going to be working on today. I'm going to turn these lights off, y'all, and see if they work without the lights. I think I like that better. But it's awful cloudy out today, so it may be that. Let me just turn my camera off a little bit. Okay. We'll see if that helps. Look, see, now I can see my finger on my camera, so I definitely have a lag time. Okay, I think I'm going to turn the lights back on. And just try to get these lights situated for y'all. Okay. Can y'all see a difference? On my iPad, it looks so much darker. Okay, so let's get started. Hello, Tamitha. Hey, Tamitha. Hey, sweetheart. We are going to be making a split panel card, and we're going to be using a couple of stamps and a punch that is retiring. Finally, we have sunshine. Canton was hit hard. Yes, I heard that Texas was hit very hard. I'm sorry about that. I did read that a while ago. Yes, I'm sorry about that. So today we're going to be making a split panel card using the So in Love and Falling For You. I'm not sure which one I'm going to use of these, so I got both of these out, but both of these are retiring. I will be down there shortly, Tamitha. And we're going to be using some of the cards, some of the DSP from this, I think it is called Falling in Love DSP paper stack. This is also retiring, and I absolutely love this paper, this DSP pack. I mean, this has got lace. It's got these beautiful flowers. I think this is my favorite DSP right here. I thought if we had enough time, we would make us a bag, and I'll show you guys about what I'm talking about, to go with the card. So we're going to make that card. So to get started, I've got some pieces of cardstock here that I already have ready. We are going to need the trimmer for this. So what I have cut is I have cut an 11.5 by 5 and or 11 by 5.5. Hello, Linda. Piece of cardstock. And what we're going to do is we are going to fold that over and we're going to score it at 5.5. So I'm just going to fold it. This is how I normally, but you can score this at 5.5 and then fold it over, but I'm just going to do it like this. This is how I just, and then I take my bone folder and I just crease it at the top. My paper there. Okay, but what we need to do, since we've scored it, is we need to get our paper trimmer out. And what we're going to do is, oh, thank you, Tamitha, is we're going to take where our score line is right here. We're going to place it at the 2-inch mark. Just make sure it's straight, and then you're going to take it and you're going to cut that part off. Okay. Then this piece here, we're going to trim that. We're going to trim off. We're going to use it, and we're going to get another 2-inch piece. Okay, so that's all we do with the trimmer. And basically, what we have created is this is going to be the same side as a card because we want this to look like this. Let me just put it out here. So it's basically going to be. It's going to look like this. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is we are going to take our piece of Whisper White and we're going to adhere it to here. Now, I did stamp on the other side of this piece of cardstock and I didn't use it. And I didn't want to waste it. So just save those pieces. Don't throw them out. Because you can always put them on the back of a card. You can always stamp on the other side. So I'm just using some fast fuse. And I'm going to put some on there. And then I'm going to put this inside. So this will be inside the card. And I'm just going to try to line this up. There we go. Oh, good job, Denise. So that becomes that side. So then we're going to take our 2 pieces over here. These are cut. So this is cut at 2 inches. And then this is cut at the 11 by 4 1/4. But then we trimmed it from here, from the score line to here. This is 2 inches. So this is going to be part of our card here. But I also need a 3 1/4 inch by 2 inch piece of cardstock. And what that's basically going to do is we're going to put that right here. Now this is the traditional way, or the way it's been done the most to make a split panel card, but you can make them so many different ways. You can curve them, you can do different things, but I thought I would start off with an easy one. Then you're going to need 2 pieces of DSP that are cut at 4 inches by 1 3/4. Now this is the same DSP, but the lovely thing about hello Brianna, but the lovely thing about Stampin' Up is that all of our designer series paper, DSP for short, has 2 sides. So I'm going to be able to use that and it will coordinate with it. Okay. Then I need a piece of, I don't need this, very vanilla. I need a piece of Whisper White that is cut at 1 3/4 by 3. Yeah, is that cut at 3? No, yeah, 3. This is cut at 3 by 1 1/4. Okay, but we're going to stamp on this piece, and we're going to adhere it to here. So I thought, since we have the butterflies, I couldn't decide which one I wanted to use, but I think I am going to use this one, and I'm going to stamp in this stamp right here, which I happen to love. And I'm just going to get one of our blocks. Oh, I don't need that big block. But I'm going, and I think I'm going to do it in this, I think that's Pool Party. Would you say that's Pool Party? Actually, I think let's just do it in Blushing Bride. What do you think? I always like to take suggestions from my live class. So should we do it in Sweet Sugar Plum, or let's see, that looks like Pool Party, or Sweet Sugar Plum, or Blushing Bride. What do you guys think? Any takers? Hello, Becky. Anybody want to suggest anything? I think I'm going to go with the Flirty Flamingo, or the Sweet Sugar Plum, I mean. Sweet Sugar Plum. Because we are going to use, no, not pink. Okay. Pamela says, no, please don't do pink. Denise, please don't do pink. Okay, we'll use Pool Party. Because that's what Tamitha, she wants a blue. So Kim says, Sweet Sugar Plum. Okay, well, let's do it on both and let's see. Pool Party. We'll just do it a little bit different. So we're just going to tap. You don't have to like squish it into the ink pad. We're just going to tap and we're going to put just one here. I like that. And maybe one here. Just kind of off the page a little bit. And maybe one here. We're going to go off the page. And one here. And we're going to have to put some little lines up here. So I'm just kind of going over it a little bit. I don't know if I like that or not, but we'll see. We'll see. Let's see. So let me put this all together. I always like to, I say test, and Jody says audition. So we're going to say audition. Let me just, before I glue everything down. Let's do that. Because our sentiment is going to go right here, okay? Yes, Yvonne, you got me live. And we're going to take our piece of scrap Blushing Bride. Sorry, Tamitha, I already had it out. And what I'm going to do is I've got just a piece of scrap Blushing Bride. And this punch, which is a very cute butterfly, is retiring. It's called Elegant Butterfly. It's the small one. I'm just going to punch out a butterfly. Okay, see how that did that? And the reason why I turn it upside down is so I can place my paper, my cardstock, so that I get the most use out of my cardstock. And I think I'm going to do one more, just, yeah, pink will look better, won't it? Of course, we could use Sahara Sand, and I think we may use Sahara Sand, because I do think it will look better. What do you think, Tamitha? You think Sahara Sand will look better? Let's use Sahara Sand. Let's just do that. Yeah, see how the Pool Party doesn't work? But I was going to do it for you. We're going to use Sweet Sugar Plum for the sentiment, though. So let's go ahead and use Sahara Sand. And let me just clean off my stamp. Yeah. I know, doesn't it look right? It doesn't look right, does it? I'm just going to... we're going to stamp it a little bit different this time. There we go. How about that? How about that? Does that look better? I just want to see something. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. We'll just do that. See, I'm all about looking at it, see if I like it. Audition those colors. Jody, be proud. Yes, she would. Okay, so doesn't that look much better? Yeah. And I think what I'll do, we can always cut in a piece of paper, you guys. You know what I mean? It's okay. We have plenty of paper. Plenty of cardstock. I keep saying paper. It's cardstock, Denise. What you think? Yeah. That's way too much. Hey, Miss Rosalie. All right, let me cut me one more. Because that's way too much. But that's what I like about doing this. It's live, so I don't know if I like that. So we'll just go with this. We'll just stamp it again. Okay. See how that works? Okay. There we go. How about that, Tamitha? Do you like that better? So, and then I thought we could do is we could take the butterfly and put it somewhere on here. Maybe in the middle or something like that. Hey, Sandy. Rein it in, Dee. Hello, Sandy. So, I kind of like that. Again, this is a very simple card, but a very cute card, okay? And so, since I'm doing that, I'm going to take our other stamp set from the stamp set that says Celebrating With You, and I'm going to put it where I can see it in the middle. But the first thing I need to do first is go ahead and adhere all that before I put the sentiment on, okay? And I thought on here, we could put, Tamitha's not, she's not into the pearls, but I think the pearls calls for this card. We're going to take some pearls, and right now these pearls are no longer available because they are repackaging them in a different way. So, but I'm going to take my butterfly. I know, but it really does call for it. You know, Tamitha. I keep saying Tamitha. It does call for it, sweetheart. I'm so sorry. And I'm just going to take two, and I'm just going to cut right down here. Because these are adhered, are like one string. Like a string of pearls. But I just need two. Oh, that's not going to cut for me. So I'm going to put one here. And one right upside top of it. Okay? Using my little pokey tool, I call it. Yeah, and they're very soft. They're very soft. So let's throw that one away. So let's go ahead and adhere it so we can put our sentiment on there. We're going to take that, and I'm going to take a different, okay. So this one goes on here and that one's on the bottom. Okay, so I just got to remember how I'm going to make sure I put my adhesive. Because, am I at a snail? I guess I'm at a snail, guys. Well, guess what? We'll just use old Tombow. Yeah, right? Does anybody know anybody that's getting married? I'll send this to them. I don't know anybody that's getting married anytime soon, so we're going to take, I'm going to take this back out, and I'm just so I can line it up a little bit. Okay. Would make a beautiful wedding card, wouldn't it? Well, now I know anybody gets married, I'll have a card ready. I'll have a card. It's all about being prepared. And I'm just going to line this one up. What I love about the Tombow, it gives you a little wiggle room to put your pieces together. And sometimes Denise needs that. Okay, so I'm going to just line this back up. Let me take this one. And I'm thinking, no, I'm not going to. I'm just going to put the Tombow on there. See how I used the other side of a cardstock that I had stamped on? And I didn't like it. I didn't throw it out because I wanted to use it. Oh, yeah. Would make, yeah. Or a birthday card. See how you can just change the sentiment right up? Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to line these two up. These two are here. We're going to line this up. And then we're going to line this up down here. Now, you only want to put your adhesive right here and on the bottom. Don't try to put it in the middle. Okay, so the best way I say is just put a strip down here. We are going to use Fast Fuse for this. Okay, and I'm going to adhere it. Well, first, before I do that, let's put our sentiment on so that I make sure. Yeah, it's called a split panel, Rose, and I haven't done one of these in a long time. So I thought, in a case for sure. Okay, you do that, sweetheart. I'm going to go ahead and do the sentiment first. Because I don't want to put the panel in the wrong place and then not have enough room for my sentiment. So I'm going to go ahead and put both of those down. Okay. Yeah, I like that. I'm just going to ink that up. And then I'm just going to try to, let me just see how this works. Okay, that works. Sometimes I can't see. And we're just going to adhere that for a second. There we go. Celebrating with you. Now I'm going to take this, make sure, because I got the way my stamp is, I'm going to take this one off first. And I'm just going to put it right about there. And then I'm going to flip this up, put this panel down. Make sure that it's lined up with this one down here. Okay. Because when it folds out, when you give it to them and they want to stand it up, you want to make sure it's going to stand up. So I'm just making sure it's butted up against. Okay. And then all you do is take this and lay it down and adhere it. Okay. So then what it becomes is a card, and it's a tent card, but if you guys can see, it's going to open up like this. And you can see the split. So when they're looking at it, they still see what would be the sentiment of the front of the card. Hello, Annette. And they just do that. So let's add our little butterfly, and we're going to use a glue dot. So let me get my piercing tool, or as I call it, a pokey tool. And I'm just going to pick it up a little bit. Take my butterfly and put on the back of the butterfly, and then I'm going to I want to see where I want to put this. I'm thinking probably right about there is good. And then just going to take the wings and lift the wings up a little bit. Okay? Lift the wings up. So it looks like he's flying off in the little, we call these dandelions or wishing flowers, something like that. Look at that. And how fast was that card? And now you've got a different, unique card. You have one for, this is for a wedding. Of course, now what you can do is you can go in here, and if you want to take some of the stamps that are in here, like they've got some little bitty ones right here. You can take that, and I don't know if I really want to do this. And we could add some little wisps right there. But if I did it, I don't want to do it in the first generation. I'm going to stamp off, and maybe I'll put some down here, just down in the corner, and stamp off. How about that? Does that look okay? Can you guys see that? So it's just a little bit inside. And there you go. And you got a quick card. Look at that. How quick was that? Brilliant. All right. So since the DSP is retiring, and I made the card, and now what do you need? You need a bag to go with it, or a box. You could do a box or a bag. Yes, I will have them on my blog, Tamitha, because I'm going to transfer this video to YouTube. So all my YouTube viewers, if you guys did not catch this live on Facebook, this is why I'm talking to people that you cannot see. So now I want to make a bag. So we're going to see this lovely paper right here? I'm going to get a bag. I'm going to take some of this DSP. You're welcome. And I'm going to pick which one I think would best go with it, because you really do need 2 sheets. We could take this one, and it has this on the side. But I think what I'm going to use is actually, do I have 2 of these? I'm trying to think which ones I want to use. I'm trying to think which one would go with that. I'm thinking this one right here would. Alright. So we're going to make a bag with this for this. Okay? And then we can always make a little tag to go with it. But what we're going to need, we need 2 of the same DSPs, Designer Series paper, because what we're going to end up doing is you're going to need 2 pieces, and you're going to flap it over like that. Okay? I don't know if this will be one, but Denise is going to make it. We're going to try it. So we need our scoreboard. And what you're going to do is you're going to, so since this DSP has one kind of look, if we had been using this one right here, it would not matter. But since we're using this DSP that you can tell it's one pattern, you want to make sure when you're doing your scoring that you're doing, yes, it is gorgeous paper and that gorgeous. You want to make sure that you're doing them, the score lines need to be correct. So with it facing you and the picture facing you, you want to score at 3 and at 9. Then you're going to turn it. And with this one here, since this doesn't have, this pattern doesn't fall way up, this is going to be the top of our bag, so you want to score it at 2. And then this one down here, you're going to score at 9. Okay? So we need both of them to do that. So let's go ahead and do this one too. So again, with the picture facing you, 3 and 9. Turn it. This one is going to be at 2. And this one's going to be at 9. Okay? So now we're going to take that. Now we're going to take our scoreboard. And we're going to go ahead and take our bone folder, and now we're going to crease the edges. Now, this is very important as well. When you crease the pages, again, the 2 inches, what you want it coming towards you, okay? Because this is going to be the lip, the top of the bag. And you just want to crease it really, really well. I'm having technical difficulty. I'm just going to go over it one more time. And then I'm going to turn it over and crease it, because you really want that to lay flat. And then this one, you're actually going to turn it over, and you're going to fold this up like that, because that's going to be the bottom of your bag. And you are just going to do that, okay? And then turn it over and crease this side. Use your bone folder on this side. And then let's go ahead and do the other one. We'll get all of our steps out of the way. So this one you're going to turn over. Make sure it's on the 2 inch. You're just getting a really good crease for it to lay flat. Okay? And then you're going to turn it over where the lace is facing you, the back side. You're going to fold it up. And you're going to crease that. And then crease this one as well. Okay. Hello, Miss Lisa. So now you have 2 pieces that look like this. Almost like a Z-fold card in a way. Alright, so with this one, both of these you're going to have to be really careful when... Oh, wait, we forgot to crease this side. We forgot to crease the sides. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and fold it over like this. With the top of the bag, with the lip down, you want to turn it on the side and you want to crease the sides of the bag. Now this bag has been around for a long time. But I thought if we're going to make a card, and the card wasn't going to take me long, I knew I could do this pretty quickly. Okay, and then we're going to take the other side, the other piece, and we're going to do the same thing. You're going to fold on your score line. Crease it. Putting that nice crisp crease on it. I made a card and now I'm making the bag to go with it, Miss Jody. I made a split panel card. So I'm now making the bag to go with it. Okay, so now we have all of those done. So now you have all your creases done, all your folds done. Now we're going to take our scissors, and you're not going to cut the same out of each piece. So we're going to take piece number 1, and we're actually going to cut it on the score line. Okay, and you're going to cut this square out is what you're doing. And you want to make sure you're on the score line. Okay? And then this one you're going to cut out. And you're going to cut this side out. Okay. So it's, and then it looks like that. Okay. Now we're going to take this one and we're only going to cut, we're not going to trim off. We're going to cut this down the line and then this square down here. I think I just cut that a little bit above. But, okay, so what you're going to do, you have those two pieces. Now save these because you can make the tag out of it for the bag on either side. So save those. So now you have one that just has the bottom. And so this is the bottom of the bag. And then this one you're going to have that has the flaps but has the bottom because you need something for the secure at the bottom, okay? But if you left these two sides on, it would be too bulky. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take a piece of cardstock, and what this measures, of course, is 3 by 6, because this is 3, so this is 6, and we can just double check that by putting it at our grid line, and you can see 3, 6, and then this is 3, because remember, we scored at 3. So we're going to take a piece of our cardstock, take our trimmer, and we're going to trim this down to 3 inches. Well, let's go ahead and do 6 inches first, because that way I can save that piece down there. All about economical. Cut it down to 6, turn it, and cut it down at 3. And what this becomes is a reinforcer for the bottom of the bag. Okay, so now it's time to put it together. So what we're going to do first is we are going to adhere this to the bottom of this bag, okay? So let's take our Tombow, because this will give us wiggle room, or give Denise wiggle room. Okay. Did I just put some Tombow in? Okay. Remember, this is the inside of the bag, because this, where the lip is the outside. So we're just going to adhere this to the bottom of the bag. Okay, and thank goodness for Tombow, because that gave me a chance to put that down. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to adhere this to this piece here, and you're just going to make it where it's going to look just like that. It's going to become one bag. So we're going to take this up and we're going to put Tombow on this piece here. Alrighty, I'm just going to make sure we got it lined up with each side, and then all we're going to do is we're going to lay this over. And before you seal it, the deal, make sure it's lined up. Okay, so now that becomes one bag. Check that out. Alright, now just for the new people that are coming in, we'll show the card. We're going to lift these up, and what we're going to do is we're going to adhere these sides to this. So what you're basically doing is you're going to adhere like inside, and you're going to lift your bag up, and you're going to adhere all these sides to make a bag. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is we want to put Tombow on these here. Oh, I think I'm running out of Tombow, probably from as much as I use it. And we're going to lift this up, and we're going to take this one first, and we're going to just adhere it real quick, and we're going to take this one and adhere this one. Now what I like to do is I like to lay it down, make sure it's in there, and I take my bone folder and I just kind of run it over that to make sure that it's secure. Okay, same way on this side. Move it over a little bit, because sometimes it'll get over. That's why I like using the Tombow, because it'll give you a chance to move that over in case the flap is coming out a little bit. Okay, so then these sides we're going to do the same thing, because we're going to take it and we're going to adhere it up to this, to the side. Okay, so let's take our Tombow. Oh, And take our tombow on this side. Okay. And we're going to lift them up. And we're going to hear this one first. Okay. Just going to make sure it's in there real good. And then we're going to do this one over here. Again, make sure that's pretty much lined up. You're going to take your bone folder, and you're just going to go in there, and you're just kind of sealing it, making sure it got a good seal. Okay. And then you're going to turn this one over and do the same thing. And you can use your hand too, but I like the bone folder. All right, then you've got your bag. So what you can do as well is you can take a little bit of your tombow. Good morning, Ellen. Is take it right here. I must be getting out of tombow. Well, no, I see the problem. Sometimes it gets clogged. You can take a little bit of your tombow, put it right there, and adhere this so it lays flat. So just hold on for a second. Then you're going to take this side and do the same thing. Put a little bit on your flat, or you can do different things with these. Okay, and just hold it for just a second. Okay, so now you have the bag. So what does a bag have besides just the bag? It has handles. It has, okay, sweetheart, it has handles. So I'm going to get out my hole puncher and make 2 holes. And we do not have any that I have on me. Do I have the hole puncher? Nope. Oh yeah, we do. These are one of my older ones. I wasn't going to make the bag at first, but I thought, why not, since we had some time. So I'm going to take this hole punch, which I think is the larger one, and I'm just going to punch a hole. And I'm just going to do it about right there. And one, let's see, about right there. And then turn it around. One there. And one there. And this is the back of the bag, okay? Don't forget. So then I've got this gorgeous lace trim that I thought would be perfect for this bag. Actually, you know what? I've changed my mind. Currently, this is not retiring. So hold on a second. I just had a different idea. I actually like this ribbon. This is our satin ribbon, 1/4 inch, and it's very vanilla. And I think actually I like this better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little pokey tool, and I'm just going to poke it. Oh, it's not going to work, is it? Hello, Leah. That's not going to work. So let's just take our ribbon and see if, actually, cut that at an angle. Do you see how I got that at an angle like that? We're going to take that and put it down in the hole, and we're going to grab it. Or we're going to try to grab it. Ah, look at there. And then I'm just going to tie it into a pretty little knot inside. Now, of course, you can't put a microwave in this thing, but you could put something very small in here. Okay, and then we're going to take this and trim off a piece here. And I'm not really sure about how much length I'm using. I just really looked at it, because about like that. So it has a nice bag, because again, it's not going to have anything too heavy in here. Then you're just going to tie a knot. I turned off my fan so it wouldn't be so loud. And I'm a little hot. Alright, look at there. There's one handle done. Okay, again, take the hole, take the little, grab it in the back. Make a knot. I'm going to trim it just a little bit. Take a piece. Uh-oh. didn't get that corner there. And then again, to this one I'm going to take and just measure it just a little bit. Okay, so this is, because I want it to be about the same length. Like that. Okay, so that means the knot needs to be about right there. So we're going to take it, make the knot about right there. About where my finger was at. Let's see. Let's just test it out. Oh, look at there. And then we're going to trim this. Put that in there. All right. So what you have is you have a cute little gift bag and the card to go with it. Check that out. Is that cute? So if you guys are interested in any of the supplies that I used today, of course, you can check my store out by clicking the Shop Now button at the top of my Facebook page. Or if you'd like to host an online party, please contact me. And thank you guys for stopping by. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Esther. And I will have this will be sent over to YouTube. And then I will have all the instructions and the sizes and everything, the scoring lines and all the measurements for you guys. All right. Thank you guys and have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday. Now I got to figure out how to stop this.